I'm very proud of the work that our PLCs are doing, and this gives us an opportunity to see a team just talk and have a good time together and talk about some of the things they're doing in their PLCs. All right, welcome to Frazzled with Rob. We are here with
Secondary 1 PLC!
Woo! Secondary 1 PLC. Woo! Maybe
I'm going to bring that excitement level.
Yeah. Calm down there, Cameron. All right, this is the first time for a Frazzled we've had an entire PLC. So there are 6 of you. That's a good size PLC. What works well with this PLC?
I think one thing that works well is nobody's afraid to speak up or share their thoughts or their feelings.
Really, with this group?
I think also part of it is that many of us, we have some people that are kind of new, but we've had a really stable PLC for a long time. I mean, Alex, how long have we been on the same PLC?
The entire time that I've taught. So 8 years.
Too long.
At Brockbank, we started together.
8 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think that's also part of it is we have good history, and that's helped build trust so that we can speak frankly and genuinely with our concerns.
Who's the newest member of this team? You?
I would definitely be the newest member.
What's working?
What's working?
Yeah.
I feel like we have fun. We can joke around with each other while we're still getting business done, so it doesn't feel like you're coming to a dreary, dragging meeting. Oh, okay, great, we can do this.
So, this podcast isn't intended to say everything's great with PLCs. What are the challenges?
Chris.
I think the challenge is time for follow through.
Yeah.
I think we have a lot of really good ideas. I think they're really good ideas, but we have a lot of really good ideas and a lot of really good intentions. But then when you get back out to your classroom and you don't get to meet again sometimes for a month because we have Fridays off or whatever, then it's really hard to follow through and remember the excitement that we kind of started with our ideas.
I think one of the challenges is I think each of us come from a different background, and we're not always passionate about the same thing or the same aspects of the content or whatever it is that we're teaching that day or what direction is we want to go. And so not to say there hasn't been some passionate conversations. And so I think that one of the biggest challenges is opposing thoughts or interests or styles.
Within a collaborative group, you should maximize conflict with task, meaning everybody has to bring a voice to it and stuff, but you need to minimize relational conflict. So how do you balance that? How do you not take things personal when someone's like, nope, don't like that, not a good idea? How do you not do that? What are the things you do to build the relationship side of a team?
Again, I think that kind of goes back to having history. But I think it also, we have mutual respect. There's not a single person at this table that I do not value their opinion. So even though I may not agree with their current perspective or the task or whatever it is that we're talking about, I respect them as an individual and know that they're really bringing what they think is best for students and trying to be the best educator they can. So I think, I guess that assuming positive intent is a big part of it, but also, we have had some really hard conversations and not letting things ferment. So if something bothers me, one, not in the moment, pounding my fist and saying, no, that sucks, even though I've done that before. But
That
taking
open communication dialogue, right?
Right, yeah.
I just feel like everyone in our group is really trustworthy of each other, so we're free to say our opinions, so it's never gotten to us in an emotional way.
Even if we have a PLC where someone is a little bit heated that time or whatever, then it's when we meet the next time, we don't dwell on that. We're all kind of just over it. It is what it was, and that was just a passionate conversation, and then we move on and start fresh.
And the way that it comes across is never like, you're an idiot, that
Yeah.
was a stupid idea.
Yeah.
It's more like, okay, like I see where your idea is coming from, but
I don't agree with
what
you.
about these
Or-
other concerns that would not
Yeah.
be worked out using that idea? Like, I have these other concerns and that does not address my concerns, so what are we going to do to make that work?
How often
Yeah,
do
it's-
members of this group talk about stuff that relates to what you do in the PLC, which is something as simple as, hey, how did your assessment go or whatever today? But
Outside of
your PLC
Fridays.
time.
All the time.
Multiple times per week.
All the time.
yeah, constantly.
It's sometimes hard because we are spread out. And
Yeah.
even though we're,
Yeah.
And especially since I'm a half-time, I feel like I'm a little bit out of the loop because a lot of that, like after school time, I don't have anymore. And that was a time that I know I wouldn't, it's a time when everybody's here and you've got 5 minutes or whatever.
I think I probably get talked to the most, but that's just because of where my classroom's positioned. I'm right
Next
by
to the copier.
Yeah,
The
I'm
copy
right by
machine.
the copier. So,
Yeah.
and when my door's open, I see who's going in and out of the copier, and so then it often I'll have
tabs.
Initiate.
Yes, I can keep tabs. I initiate
Telford went
conversations.
to the
They'll
bathroom
initiate
5 times
conversations.
during first period.
Yeah.
Do you think it's unfair based upon where your room is? We don't pay you a stipend for babysitting Becky?
Yes. Actually, no. I will do that for free. She's hilarious. Plus, sometimes I can get her going too. So
That's
I also
Sometimes
get
you
to have a
want to
lot
get
of
her going.
conversations with Becky.
I'm going to mention a name here, and what's the first word to you that comes to describe him? So Jackie.
Sweet.
Yeah, sweet.
Thanks.
She's thanks. What about
Student-centered.
Thanks.
Thoughtful.
Is that the first word that came to your head? That's quite a long word for the first word. Student center.
You thought about it.
She's getting a PhD.
Well, we said that she's getting a PhD.
I haven't been accepted yet.
What about Chris?
Creative. Innovative.
Don't keep that word in there.
I can beep it.
I would say selfless.
Yeah.
That's the first
Yeah.
word that comes. Selfless.
Yeah, you would think he's getting paid for all the times he's staying for athletics and stuff now.
Well, we're going to talk about that later today. We haven't-
What about talkative Cameron over here?
Passionate.
Passionate.
Yeah.
No one cares about sped kids. I mean, Cameron's always on that fight.
Yeah, I agree.
Alex?
Creative.
Efficient.
Pumping.
Efficient.
That's a perfect time.
I provide specific nutrients to my child, okay?
Crystal?
Snarky.
I saw like
I would say funny.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Just a good
But
time.
Good
also
times. Yeah.
super tech savvy.
What about Michelle?
I'm trying to think of a good word.
yeah, really dumb.
I know, you
It
gotta
needs
use
to
it.
Not
fit
like
the
I-
You're the last of the
personality.
group, so they want to end
Yeah.
with a big one.
They just can't think of anything.
Realistic. Right.
I would say powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I would also say passionate.
Yeah. Passionate for sure.
Thanks, guys.
Thoughtful.
Tell us one thing about you that other people on your team don't know about you.
I have something that people don't know. I used to be an avid dancer, so I used to dance like 20 hours a week. I was in Ballet West Nutcracker when I was like 12 years old.
I did
not
know
Wow.
that.
Did all sort, like I did traditional dancing, Hungarian dancing. I did tap. I did ballet. I did.
I thought you meant like you danced for Avid, like the thing.
Yeah,
that
I
we
just
do
got
here.
like the
Avid
ribbons.
cheerleader.
I think people know this, but because it's always my go-to whenever anyone asks. But I'm a movie star. I'm in High School Musical 3 for a second, and you see me.
You know what? You weren't just an extra. You were the extra.
That's right.
When I was in junior high, I was an SBL. Back at Matheson.
As a kid, I was very, very serious.
What?
And you would never guess that. Like, I didn't, like, joke. I didn't ever joke. Like, I didn't smile. I didn't, like, laugh about
When did the
things.
switch happen?
When I was in high school.
I am a grand champion swine showman.
What is that?
Really? Showing
Thanks.
pigs.
You show pigs?
When I was younger.
I think time's up. I just want to thank all of you for being here and participating in our first PLC Frazzle. We appreciate what you do and look forward to seeing your future successes. So,
Thank you.
see you later.